Thank you everyone for taking your time to be here and participate in the MP Dialogue Scheme on disability issues with Radar. I consider myself lucky to have had the opportunity to be involved in the Radar National Dialogue on disability issues. As a long-term mental health sufferer, I have for so long suffered in silence, unable to voice my concerns about disability issues that affect so many in their lives. Yes, that is right. I did use the word disability in connection with mental health. Through Radar's Leadership Development Programme, I am now comfortable with presenting myself, my mental health condition as a disability. Although there is no outwardly noticeable sign of my disability, the difficulties of living with bipolar makes life very demanding and presents a whole host of issues that need tackling on a daily basis. When I first volunteered for the MP Dialogue Scheme, I was nervous about meeting my local MP, Brian Jenkins, to discuss important disability issues. I knew it was a great chance to help improve the lives of those with disabilities, both in Brian's constituency and on a national level. What knowledge had I of government policies to be able to debate them with an MP whose detailed understanding of the intricacies of such instruments of confusion must far exceed mine. As it transpired, Brian didn't turn out to be a policy guzzling ogre, waiting to entrap me in a bureaucratic labyrinth of government documentation. I was immediately made to feel welcome in his friendly constituency office and quickly relaxed. We soon found ourselves chatting about a shared interest in the therapeutic value of conservation work, and we roughed out a plan for getting people with disabilities engaged in revitalising the local parks, a plan that is rapidly progressing even today as I speak. I was able to raise my concerns about various issues, including the Equality Bill and pre-employment health questionnaires, the Welfare Reform Bill and government targets for ending disability poverty, the preventable health conditions of people with severe mental health who supposedly die on average 10 years younger than the rest of the population, and independent living for those with disabilities. Finding myself treading dangerously into policy-infested waters, Brian threw me a lifeline and talked about some mental health issues that had come to light recently. The mental as well as physical toll for our armed forces can be immense. He informed me that frequently the effects are not felt until long after returning from the war zone. The psychological effects of serving in the armed forces often doesn't kick in until 15 years after active service. There are currently soldiers who served in the Falklands who are only just suffering from the mental toll of their experiences there. It is hard to assess the full effect of future mental battle scars. However, with the involvement in pioneering schemes of Brian Jenkins amongst others, I am hopeful the safety nets will be put in place in time. He also told me about the difficulties faced by long-term prisoners who are recently being proved not guilty, and how hard it is for them to integrate back into society and deal with the past. I can't imagine what they must be going through and hope a suitable support mechanism can be found. Brian did not rush me and gave me plenty of time to discuss various disability issues with him. At the end of the meeting, he invited me to email him some questions that he could raise in Parliament. After emailing him some suggestions, I received an unexpected letter back from him, thanking me for the meeting and stating some actions he had already taken. My whole experience of the MP Dialogue Scheme has been very rewarding. Far from the den of political jargon and indecipherable policies I had expected, I am no longer scared of the political process and feel I can confidently speak to my local MP whenever I feel the need. I also feel more able to influence politics and help those with disabilities engage on equal terms with the rest of society. I know through taking part in the process I have at least made a small difference, and I hope to encourage others to do so too. Finally, I would like to thank Brian Jenkins for making my introduction to political dialogue so enjoyable, and to Radar for making this whole process happen.